What is up, everybody? TgtRick here, back again with another retro video game pickup for y'all. It's been a while since these. This one's actually not necessarily just retro video games. It's actually kind of a plethora of new and old. I don't know why I just spun around. Let's stop talking and get on with it, shall we? All right. So, folks, it's been a while, like I said, and not necessarily all these are retro. Some are, some aren't. So let's start off with the non-retro first. With that being said, I got these for Valentine's Day, which is pretty rad because people love me and they buy me video games apparently for Valentine's Day, which I have absolutely no complaints with. Really, I don't. Sorry I didn't get you chocolate, but, you know, I mean, I didn't know I was getting video games. All right, I got to get better lighting. I really do, or at least move it over something. That's besides the point. All right, so first off, we got Rafael Pro Fishing. I think it's Rafael Pro Fishing for the PS4. I do collect PS4 games, so that's nice to have. I haven't played it yet, but if I want to relax and fish without the hassle of having to buy a license, I'll tell you what, I can do it on my PlayStation now. Do they make a fishing thing for the PlayStation 4? Do they do that? Can I use my camera and go like that, I wonder? Do they make a VR fishing game? I don't have VR, but that'd be kind of weird. Anyway, besides the point. Moving on, we got Armand Gallant, I believe it is. It might be Arma Gallant or Gallant. I know I'm mispronouncing it, but it's Armand Gallant or Alert Gallant. Anyway, Decks of Destiny. This game is actually pretty freaking rad. Not that huge of a release, but a huge cult following, at least on the PSN I've noticed. And it's not just your typical card battling game, which is nice. It's kind of a MOBA style card battling game, which is really cool concept. I'm looking forward to diving into this a heck of a lot more. It's been on Maximum Games, but I love those type of card games. You know, I love Gwent and all those stuff, and I love MOBA, so having them combined is freaking rad. And then last but not least, I got Final Fantasy X and X2 HD Remastered. That's right, I got the Remastered Edition. I believe I have X and X2 on the PS2, but if you guys know me, I don't play Final Fantasy that often, and the only reason is because I don't have a lot of time anymore as I'm getting older. Like, I don't have a lot of time to sit down and sink into RPGs, which bummed me out because I absolutely love RPGs. They used to be my favorite genre, and really, I don't have as much time now as I used to. But this is nice that I can play it on the PS4. I don't have to worry about, you know, make sure I have enough space on my memory card on my PS2, you know, or something like that. So that's nice to have able to just pop it in and play it. So I'm stoked on that one. That was really cool. These next two are actually from a different person as well for Valentine's Day, which is even more amazing. These are more retro than those ones. Well, those aren't technically retro because they're PS4. But anyway, we got new Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is an amazing, awesomely fun game. I don't know why I didn't have this. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. So that's cool to have. I appreciate that. And then next but not least, we got Lego Star Wars 3, which is always a fun game. These Star Wars games are fun. Lego games are fun too. So it's cool to have these on the Wii. All right, now moving on to more of the retro stuff here. These actually I got at GameStop during their Pro Day sales. And they were doing every once in a while GameStop does, if you trade 3 or more, they give you 50% extra credit. So you're essentially getting, I mean, not essentially, you're getting double the value for your games. And we all know how GameStop likes to not really give you that good a value for games. So when you can take advantage of that, highly recommend it. With that being said, I got close to like $80 in credit. I think it was actually more like 72 or 73. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, all I traded in was last year's WWE 2K game and last year's NBA 2K game, a Sword Art Online game for the PS4, which I have digital download, and then, believe it or not, an actual Legend of Zelda NES cartridge. And I know what you're saying. You're going, why did you trade Legend of Zelda NES? One, I recently acquired another one, which made my total up to 3 of them. One I have complete in box manual and all that stuff, and then the other one was just loose, which is a 5-screw. So I have a 5-screw and a 3-screw. And this one was just it was kind of beat up. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. They originally would only give me 18 for it, but with that double, I got 36 out of it, which is more than what I'd get if I would have sold it off eBay. You know, with them taking the prices and shipping. So why not? With that being said, I put $30 down on God of War, the new one for the PS4. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. I'm going to be streaming that on the channel on 420. So that's going to be a fun stream. But anyway, back to the video games we got. So only got 2 modern games with this, although one is technically your retro collection. But first one I got is Has Been Heroes for Nintendo Switch. For Pro Days, this was $10, brand new. Originally sells for, I want to say, $20 on the Switch digitally, and I think it might be $10 more than that physical copy. I don't know exactly. But for $10 for a brand new physical Switch game, whether it's good or not, you can't pass it up. I couldn't anyway, and it was technically, actually, all this stuff I'm about to show you right here is free because I had trade credit. But it's not bad. It's pretty fun. I played a little bit of it. Definitely will dive into it a little bit more. But for $10 again. Next but not least, that doesn't make sense. I'm starting to not make sense. Let's try this again. Next, a game I've actually been wanting, and I always kind of forget about it, which I know that sounds kind of funny until I see it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want this. But I had to pick it up this time, and that's Rare Replay for the Xbox One. This game has 30 of Rare's greatest games, minus, of course, Donkey Kong's, because Nintendo owns rights to those, and a couple other little Rare games. But this game is freaking fantastic, guys. It has everything from RC Pro-Am to Battletoads Arcade. That's right, the arcade game where you fight snowmen and reindeer with Battletoads. And you don't have to spend $1,000 because you keep dying and pumping in quarters. It's great. But no, this is actually a really, really cool collection. They're really nicely done. I wish other companies that end up doing retro collections like this, or replays, or remasters, or whatever the heck you want to call them, follow suit with the way Rare did it, because they did a fantastic, fantastic job on this game. With that being said, let's see what else we got. All right. What's really cool about the GameStop I go to, and my God, I'm giving GameStop way too much praise because I really don't like GameStop that much, but the one I go to actually has retro games in store, which is rad. The fact that I can walk in and they have NES, Super NES, N64, Game Boy Color, Xbox, GameCube, you know, different systems like that. No PS2 games yet. It's cool to see those in stores and be able to go and just buy them again like I did when I was younger. So with the credit, I end up picking up Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. For the N64, which has Gex on the front, dressed up as Stone Cold, which is always great. Gex needs to make a comeback. But it's cool that in 2018 I can walk into a GameStop and buy a Nintendo 64 game. That's awesome. I mean, to me, that's really cool. I enjoy it. Next, we got Half-Life 2 for the Xbox OG, continuing with my Xbox collection. I did not have Half-Life 2 for this. I have it on the PC, of course, but I've never actually played it on the Xbox. So I'll see what be fun to see what the differences are, if there really is much of any. And then last but not least for this video, I got Mortal Kombat Deception, the Collector's Edition, which comes in a nice little foil case, which is always good. I always like shiny things, right? Who doesn't as a retro collector? And it has a little open little writing on the front. And what's really cool is it actually came with the bonus disc, which has the music and puzzle combat and chess combat and a couple other games in this, which is cool to find this, again, at GameStop for a very, very phenomenal price. But that's it for this video, guys. Not much of a retro pickups. That's not it. That's not it at all. And last but not least, a game that I've only seen 3 times in the last 5 years and passed on it twice. With that being said, the first time I was at Portland Retro about 5, maybe 4 years ago I saw it, and by the time I saw it, my retro budget that I set for myself was already close to being filled. And then I believe the last time I saw it was last year at Cowlitz County Retro Gaming Convention for Kids, which is a great convention. It's coming up actually at the end of this month. I'll leave info down in the description below. But with that being said, the Pacific Northwest is amazing for retro video gaming. It really is. There's always little things going on, little swap meets going on, and this last weekend there was another one not too far from where I live. And I went, it was a little bit smaller, it was at a pizza place. I think there was like 10, maybe 11 tables. Not a lot of stuff there, but you know, it was still cool to go in and have fun and see, you know, your fellow retro community. Maybe 7, 8, 9 tables. I don't know. Anyway, I walked in, and first thing I see is the game that has been eluding me. I stop. I do one quick little lap around just to make sure there wasn't anything else that I really, really wanted or couldn't, you know, absolutely needed. And with that being said, without further ado, that is Mega Man The Wily Wars for Sega Genesis. Now, I know you're saying, well, that's not really that expensive a game. You can find that on eBay for pretty cheap. I mean, $35 or so. I mean, relatively cheap for how Rare I'm making it sound. But what's really cool about this one is that it's a custom, and that, as you guys are about to see, is it has a shiny label, which is always pretty, but also a clear shell. But that's not the best part, folks. If you guys saw my face, if you guys are Facebook fans or you're following me on Twitter, then you've seen what it does. If not, I will show you in just a second at the end of this.
So unfortunately, I can't find my real Sega Genesis, so I have to use my knockoff one, but still, check this out, guys. How cool is that? That is so cool. Ah, I love it. So rad.
Alright, well, technically, when the end of the video, you guys just saw, but isn't that freaking rad, guys? It lights up blue. I mean, come on. How rad is that? Not only is it Mega Man, something I absolutely love, it's a game I've been looking for, the Wily Wars. It's a clear shell, shiny sticker, and lights up blue. That is a win-win. This game is absolutely awesome. If you guys don't know what Mega Man the Wily Wars is, quick load of history on it. It is the original 3 Mega Mans ported over for Sega Genesis. And then once you beat those, you unlock a different. I believe it's. I don't think it's a full game, but I know it's a different type of mode where things are changed up just enough to make it fresh. But yeah, super stoked to have this in my collection and to have it this type of one. Thank you guys, as always. We've made it this far together. You might as well hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's cool. Like I said, check the link down below for more info on the Cowlitz County Retro Gaming Expo for kids. And I'm not saying that's just for little kids. Like, all the proceeds go to help kids, which is amazing. It's just awesome, awesome convention. My second favorite of the year. First being Portland Retro, this being my second. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you, guys.